Welcome everybody, it is Claudia with Patchwork with Claudia. Today we are working on the baby boot block. To make this block we will need 1 square 4.5 inches color A, 1 square 4.5 inches color B, and 1 square 4.5 inches color C. Additionally, we will need 3 squares 5 inches color A and 3 squares 5 inches color B to make these parts. So let's see how it works. We begin making the half square triangle sections with these sections. As normally, we draw a diagonal line and a 1/4 inch of each side. We draw another diagonal line, and on the outside lines is where we are going to sew, and we are going to cut in the middle to make these sections. So we line our 3 squares, dark and light, our 5-inch squares. We line them here, and we join them sewing on the outside diagonal lines. After that, we press and we trim. So let's start sewing. Already the first one is done. So then we press and cut in the middle. We need to do the same with the other 2. I have all my 6 sections. Now it's time to trim them to make sure 4.5 inches. So let's start checking that. My first one is trim, so it measures all around 4.5 inches. Now I need to do the same with the other 5. Here I already lay out my block. Now it's time to start sewing it. So we start sewing each row here, then here and here, and finally here and here. So we are going to sew a 1/4 inch seam allowance. Let's start joining all pieces. As I mentioned earlier, we are using a 1/4 inch seam allowance. Now let's continue. Let's open to verify that we are working on the right side. And let's join the third section of the first row. Continue with the second section. We align these sections. And finally, let's do with the last row. So here. Line the fabrics again here. Let me verify well that I'm getting this one right, and let me move this one here to verify that I'm doing this one right. So let's start join my pieces. Here. I have all my rows ready. Now it is time to press them, and we join the rows, and our pattern will be done. I lay out my block again. Now it's time to join the rows. To do that, I am going to nest the seams, and to nest the seams I will help myself with some pins. So my corners here match. So let's sew. I'm going to start joining the first two rows. Normally using our established 1/4 inch seam allowance. So here I have the first two rows ready. Now it's time to join the third one. So I'm going to again nest my seams here to match my corners, and I will put some pins so they hold the fabric and it doesn't move while we are sewing. And let's continue. Move a little bit here. Let me reorganize. Remove the pin and align the fabrics at the end. So here we have our block. So it it is time to press it again, and we are done. Here is our baby booth ending block. It is 12.5 inches long. I hope you like it and enjoy it. Practice it. Also, I invite you to subscribe to my channel. If you have any comments, please let me know. Share the video, subscribe to my channel, and see you next time here in Patchwork with Claudia. Bye.